You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
Good evening. Now let's get straight to the point here with this new video. Now this email's come through from Tina from the Netherlands, stated the first two pictures from Denmark this morning. The hole in the sky is from a plane, says the experts. And indeed they do say that these holes punched through our sky systems and these heart formations are from planes. How can this happen? These holes are far too big and they are of a strange shape. The third is from a few weeks ago in the Netherlands. Have a nice day from Tina. Let's check the photographs. Now indeed we see many other formations very similar to this through different years and months. Now this photograph is of the skies of right now in the Netherlands. Look at the colours as well. Look at the centre of the photography. This is not normal. Something is going on. This cannot be a plane that's caused this. It's a strange outline as well. It has a strange shape to it. We see the golden sun behind the formations, but the whole sky just looks monstrous. It looks different, doesn't it? I'm going to show you an image from the Netherlands from the 1990s of a sky system. Now indeed, this video is a public broadcast to try and educate and awaken more people to what we're seeing in our skies of 2018. This image again is a very old photograph from an area in Denmark. Look at the skies. They're normal. This is what we want back. We want people to speak out about the changes as well. Let's move on to another photograph that was sent in as well. That is an area in the Netherlands. Here's Tina's next photograph. Now that does look very strange as well. This image was taken as well this very day. Look at the formation of it and this gap around the area that we're seeing of these other formations. A huge disk, cloud system or something that we are unfamiliar of in our skies. Indeed, we did not see this. Let me take you back to the Netherlands on another photograph of a very similar scenery, but with the natural clouds that we saw before. Okay, so you can see what we're getting at here as well, can't we? Because look at the cloud systems now, and what you saw on Tina's photograph just 2 minutes ago, showing you a difference. These are natural clouds. These are what we could remember. Let's carry on and thank you for these photographs that you've sent in with your email. Thank you, Tina. Okay, now this becomes very interesting because yes, we do show photographs from all across the world, like what we're seeing on Mark Alsop's image from Great Britain. He's noticing the rising of a white sun, and he's also noticing these strange formations in the skies. Now, something else is happening because at night time they're using HAARP. Now, whilst they're using HAARP, something is going on with us as well. Let's continue with this. Now, I know many people will disagree, but when you've studied this and looked at this in detail and noticed different formations up there and looked into as well studying HAARP, they're doing this. They're doing this through the night time as well, pushing our clouds, changing the direction of our clouds and manipulating our skies with chemical sprays, causing this vibration, this of what we're seeing, ripples through the skies, through the early morning. Now, indeed, when they do this, something else is happening. See, now you saw the images from Tina and also Mark Alsop from Great Britain. At night time, I've noticed something, and many others. I've had over 500 emails about this as well, and I thought it best to speak about this. It can't be hidden. Have you noticed through the night time you feel like there is some sort of frequency that is causing headaches and just feeling anxious through the night time. Just upsetting your sleeping patterns. Like a strange humming noise that comes like a low frequency and then it disappears. Now that wasn't spoken about from years ago, but many people are speaking of the same thing. Now how comes, 500 emails speaking of very similar situations. Practically, some people are speaking exactly the same of what they are feeling through the night time. Now we see the geoengineering, we see the spraying, even at night time, spraying in front of our known body, the moon, up there, and in the morning we look out and we can see these strange formations in the skies, 3:30 in the morning, 4:30, and we get these feeling of low energy and a vibration that is as if it's affecting our bodies. So 1 minute you're at peace and you just want to get some sleep at night, and then all of a sudden, say about an hour to hour and a half later, you start to feel this strange form of energy, this vibration going through you, and it seems to cause your ears to pop. You know, like when you're at a high altitude and in a plane, it's like pressure, and then it disappears with this strange feeling of a humming noise. Now it might sound crazy, some things do when we speak about this whole situation, because other people have to get their mind and head round it. It's a very hard thing to think about when you think about other objects out there in our solar system, and we've all been in our comfort zones for far too long. But again, when you think about this, they're using these of technology, these tactics, to move our cloud systems, smudging out our skies like you saw on Tina's images. Something is affecting us also, even pets. When I've noticed as well with pets, when we see the white sun, when we see the geoengineering, when they spray very heavily in towards the area of the change of the sun, animals become affected. They want to go indoors. And even we've noticed, haven't we, on other people's videos of wildlife, when we see the geoengineering, the wildlife seems to act strange. They don't want to fly in the skies. They just want to settle down on ground like they are worried about something. So this situation again, please observe this through the night time. If you pick up this frequency, even when, this is another thing as well, the sunrise. The sunrise, when they geoengineer, this frequency happens again. You feel this vibration. This is what other people are saying, and I'm speaking out for these people. Now, there's other channels where we know that they've spoken about this as well. 7 spoke about this. About a year ago, he could pick up this frequency, and he spoke about it. And fair play for him doing so. It's something that can't be hidden or forgotten about because it's affecting us. Let's carry on with this. Now we've got a photograph that's coming from Vivian. I'd like to explain something as well. We're seeing natural clouds. Our natural clouds on Mother Earth. Just above us, we see the beauty of the earth. But again, look above. Sadly, what you're seeing again is a smokescreen. It's a cover-up. This is a aluminium barium cover-up. The reason why I know, and other people in the community, is because the shadows. We've never seen shadows beaming upwards on these formations. Let me take you to a photograph from the mid-90s of a cloud system very similar of the photograph that Vivian sent in without these strange shadows, because indeed what you're seeing is aluminium. What I've done is I've sourced a photograph very close to September, October. Now again, you can see this, 1994. Look at the clouds. Could you remember again of Vivian's photograph I just showed you of shadows beaming upwards above the clouds? Now on this photograph we've got beautiful clouds, no shadows. There was no such thing as seeing shadows above. So this is how people have become so into a situation where they are just have got used to this situation. When you pick up the details of the formations, it is so obvious. So obvious again of a big change, smoking up our skies. The truth is, Wormwood, this heavenly body, they don't want people to notice anything, to notice the differences, because if we were seeing the skies like on this photograph of 1994 to now, and they left it alone, we would see other objects out there. I'm going to continue with something else of interest as well. Okay, now for new people in our community that have come forward, standed forward to seeing the truth, I appreciate that and thank you for joining our community, because what we're seeing here, it states here through science the 10 main types of cloud. But if you can remember as well from the past, these formations weren't there before. 2010, 2009, people even state from 1991 they started to see a difference in the skies. Now again, we've looked at the photography, the photographs from 1994 and so on, but they were just natural clouds, not what we're seeing on the screen here. They've named these clouds as well. We're seeing them every day. Yes, we do see the natural cloud in the center of the photograph, cumulus cloud, but the other cloud systems, okay, the ones above, and these strange formations are being used, okay, these are being sprayed. This is aluminium. They should be naming these clouds as chemicals, not these horrendous names that they just make up as they go along, because this is what they do, making up things. It's just a joke to them. But indeed what we can see is they're smudging out things. They know that this situation is becoming out of hand, and they are smashing the skies up now with aluminium just to cover up this situation of a change. Again, what we see is around about 9:30, even 12 at lunchtime, we had an event of seeing a white sun. It was so obvious. And then they started to geoengineer. See, the top end cloud systems that you see, which is charted as high, these are formations that they spray in the sky. Be observant. Please look up through early morning skies, and then if you've got time, keep looking up and you see the spraying that will continue, and they turn off the spraying, turn on the spraying, and then these formations appear and they grow, they multiply through our atmosphere, causing a complete haze like you saw on Vivian's photograph that is above the cloud systems. And it's just corruption, it really is. See, Vivian's sending these photographs in, and it's so obvious, isn't it, that what they are doing. One day something's going to happen, because they can't continue doing this every day. Something is going to show. Okay, we've got a very interesting email that's come in from Rob. It explains ring makers are massive tube craft that create rings around Saturn and other planets. They're also everywhere in the Austrian mountain skies. I hope you look into the Austrian spaceport and the ring makers. This will help you understand what it is they are hiding in the skies. Rob from Bethlehem, Indiana. Let's check out the photograph, because this is interesting as well, because other people are researching, looking into different things. Okay, this is a very interesting image just above the Austrian mountains that was sent in by this person. What is it we're seeing here? These formations again? And indeed, looking into different aspects of information is indeed very fascinating and important. Let me just take you to the other photograph that Rob sent through to us too. So is this another situation that the military around the world with the governments are hiding something from us? Because indeed there is a line that is going diagonally, and it's moving at speed or whatever it is in front of where we see the sun. There is a timestamp and the date as well, the 27th of the 9th, 2018. So what is it we're seeing here that Rob has sent in to us? This photograph as well was what was sent in as well. Look at the timestamp as well, and the date there as well, of the 4th of the 10th, 2018. This formation is being captured where we're seeing the sun. Very unusual, isn't it, where we see a very white sun in the skies. And we're seeing this on this chart as well. Very interesting photographs. Thank you, Rob. If you catch any more information with this, what you're seeing, send it in to us. And others now probably would research in this too, would find this very interesting. Take care. Okay, this information, was brought out October 3rd. It states the hunt for Planet X turns up a new solar system object. Now this information was brought in by a Kai member, Kevin McCoy, sent it in. I just read it as well because I've been very busy through work these past few days. So let's speak out about this situation. Okay, I'm going to speak to you about something after I've read this article. Now it was produced by CNN just a few days back, and it states here, while searching for the mysterious Planet X, that some astronomers believe lurks on the edge of our solar system, research instead found an extremely distant object they dubbed the Goblin, and this object provides compelling evidence of the existence of Planet X. Let me continue with the article. It goes on to say the object is on the small end of being a dwarf planet with a 40,000-year orbit, meaning it takes that long to go around the Sun. That's more than 2,000 times the distance between Earth and the Sun. Its current location is about 2.5 times farther from the Sun than from Pluto. Now, we've heard all this before, haven't we? In 1983. Are they mixing the evidence? They're changing the name, the Goblin. This object of interest is Wormwood. See, again, they are mixing the truth between lies. All you have to do is just read in between the lines and you can pick up the evidence that Dr. Harrington spoke about many years ago. Let's continue with the article. Okay, it states here as well, from Scott Shepard, I think we are nearing a 90% chance likelihood of Planet X being real with this discovery, said Scott Shepard, an astronomer at the Carnegie Institution for Science. The Goblin got its nickname because of the scientists first observed it around Halloween 2015. It is considered an inner Oort cloud object. The Oort cloud is a predicted bubble around the solar system, far beyond Pluto, filled with trillions of icy bodies, and is supposed birthplace of a long-term comets. The International Astronomical Union Minor Planet Center announced the object, formerly known as 2015 TJ387, on Tuesday. Researchers including Shepard, Northern Arizona University, Chad Trujillo, and the University of Hawaii's David Thorlin have also submitted paper to the Astronomical Journal detailing their findings. Now, when we look at this situation in hand, we are seeing that they are picking up truth information from history, from the past. And now what they're doing is they're pushing it. I mean, look at this. Halloween 2015. They observed it, this object. But when you look back at history as well, around about 2015, there was nothing that had been told about this. So why now? Why now are they coming out with this information? Let's carry on. It also continues and said this object has the largest orbit of all the extremely distant objects that stay well beyond Pluto. Shepard said, given this object, the Goblin never comes close enough to the giant planets in our solar system to be affected by the gravitational influence. Now, we have proof as well that something else on this 3,600-year orbit has caused influence to other known heavenly objects. I mean, you can see the moon for a start. There's craters, huge craters. Something happened thousands of years ago. Mars has trash all over it. And it has caused problems. And indeed, now what they're saying is they're backpedaling. It states here as well, it joins other objects Shepard and his team have found on the edge of the solar system since 2012. Now looking back, scientists and other people have stated that the Planet X system was a hoax. So what are they saying here? So again, this report is saying one thing and then just saying another. Have they found it or have they not? Does it cause problems or not? I mean, what are they saying here? They're trying to twist things. See, the isolation makes it unique. They could be used as probes to understand what is happening at the edge of our solar system, Shepard said. I mean, think about it as well now. They've got technology 20, 30, 40 years advanced of what we have. Infrared technology. They've tracked this system for a long time because Neptune and Uranus has been affected. They even had astronomers back in the 1930s, 1940s that could see the trajectories of Uranus and Neptune that had been and is still now to this day been affected by something else, something big. Now they shut down the report, didn't they? Back in 1983. They hushed it up. So why now is CNN bringing this report out? Why are we seeing our skies changing? Why are we seeing the sun that has changed? Why can't they bring a report out about this that we're seeing in our skies right now as well? They are spoon feeding us with information, slowly trying to bring out the truth. It's just another situation. Let's carry on. Okay, we've got a brand new photograph that's coming from Simple Man from Mexico. He states for his email, "This is absolutely unbelievable, Matt. There is something that is brightening up to the other side. We watch the sun go down, but to the other side we're seeing a beam of light, very strong. Now we've seen this on other photographs, haven't we? Now why isn't the news media speaking about this? Why are they just fishing around with old news from a long time ago and twisting it, twisting truth to false media news? Because at the end of the day, they want you to turn away from what is going on. It's going to be very, very different from just seeing some objects in the skies. Something else is going to rise through our skies, and it's going to be big. I mean, look at this beam of light, for instance. This is very strong, isn't it? It's not coming from our sun. So what is it coming from? Where and why is it appearing in our skies? Thank you for this image and God bless. Okay, we've got Aaron from Edmonton. Just sent a photograph in 2 minutes ago of seeing this halo, seeing these other colours and a smudge out sky. Look below as well, there's a red reflection to the right side, to lower area of the horizon. Now, even today as well, this situation, here we saw a very strong red reflection. Now, I apologise about the sound there. We're having lots of emails that come through every single moment of the time. Again, just overwhelming information and photography showing of the truth. So, thank you, Aaron, for this image of truth. It's happening right now. We can see it appearing in our skies. Okay, Aaron's brought this footage in. It's a very small time-lapse piece of evidence, but again, look how dark it is on the photography. Now, Aaron has assured me again that there is no filter, and this kind member in our community is a genuine person. We are all genuine people. This is what we want. Noticing how dim and dark the sun is on a rise, and these formations with this strange colour reflecting from the halo to the right side. Now, again, through news media, they're calling this object Goblin. Now that is an insult, isn't it, really? Because the true word is Planet X. Wormwood, the Frightener, the Destroyer. It's been around for thousands of years, and through prophecies and the biblical verses. It is a true object. It's been wrote about, it's been spoken about, and it is the truth. So they do try to spoon feed and mix up information to try and turn people away. Now again, we can see the big changes. This is evident. And with these scientists, with the way they write things, they try to confuse you. I mean, some of the words they say, it's very hard to pronounce, just to turn people away. We just want upfront truth, just plain and simple truth of what we're seeing and what we're speaking about. Now, I've got a very busy few days, so I'm going to go now because I've got to get up at 4 a.m. to go to work. Heading down towards London, but I will contact you through email and I will try to get another video out shortly. So big respect to all other channels and all of you in our community that are standing strong and vigilant towards the truth. We want the truth. That's all that matters. So full armour of God. Take care. From Matt Rogers.